President William Samoei Ruto must be very careful. Otherwise, Ruto will end up in a very, very big trouble ahead of the 2027 general elections. And he might end up regretting if Ruto is not careful having this political deal with Raila Amolo Odinga. If you listen to Ruto's clips some few months ago, Ruto was very clear that he will not allow the opposition to be part of his government. For government to operate successfully, there must be opposition and there must be the ruling government.
Watu hakuna kitu wanataka. Hii ni watu wanapanga tu mambo ya nusu mkate, sijui wanatafuta handshake. Mimi nataka niwaambie mapema mchana. My friends, sahau mambo ya handshake. Na msituambie ya kwamba ati hamtaki handshake. We can see you, si tunawajua. Hii ukora yenu ya kila siku tunajua.
Ruto was saying all this just to correct and also to oppose Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's political handshake with Raila Amolo Odinga. But I am not blaming President William Ruto because politics do change. Now that Ruto has agreed, he has allowed to form a broad-based government that includes Raila Amolo Odinga ahead of the 2027 general elections. Ruto must be very careful. Why am I telling you this? It is because already there is a plan by leaders specifically in the opposition side who are on a mission to hijack Ruto's call for dialogue and his proposed broad-based government ahead of the 2027 general elections. I have gotten some information from my reliable sources, and it is just a matter of time for this particular information that I'm talking about in this analysis to be made public. Kindly allow me to make this very clear, just to officially announce my position about this deal between Ruto and Raila Odinga ahead of the 2027 general elections. My warning is, if William Ruto will agree, if President William Ruto will allow Raila Odinga and the opposition's proposal to change the constitution and also create some more political positions for leaders, then William Ruto will be committing a very serious and a dangerous political mistake. Because all these proposed changes, all these issues will be the same as the Building Bridges Initiative, the BBI that Ruto was totally against. Any change of the constitution must lead to a referendum. Kenyans are tired. I strongly believe that there is no any Kenyan, including Raila Odinga's strong supporters, who would want to participate in the referendum just to create more political positions for leaders. Also, there is the issues of the Gen Zs. Issues that the Gen Zs were demanding, which are very, very genuine. So Ruto must give the Gen Zs the first priority. He must listen to the Gen Zs very careful and their demands on the ground. Otherwise, in the 2027 general elections, if Ruto is not careful with his political deal with Raila Amolo Odinga, Ruto kitamramba in 2027. I've made myself clear on that information. Yesterday, Raila Odinga officially invited President William Ruto to BOMAS. You will be asking me why. Let me give you the real information. This is after Raila Amolo Odinga had first conducted a closed-door meeting with his Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance principles. Raila posted on his social media accounts concerning his meeting with the Azimio leaders. I specifically got this information from Raila Odinga's official Facebook page, and this is what Raila himself posted. He posted that photo with the Azimio leaders. Then the caption was very simple. We met today in pursuit of the national conversation agenda. Meaning that meeting between Raila and these Azimio leaders was specifically meant to discuss Ruto's dialogue and proposed broad-based government. That was the main agenda. Something that was very strange in that particular meeting was the leaders who attended and the leaders who boycotted that event. When you look at this photo, you can see Jeremiah Kioni, you can see Kalonzo Musyoka, then you can see the re-emergence of the KANU party leader, Gideon Moi. Gideon Moi being part of that meeting was something very strange. I have never ever seen any meeting convened by Raila Amolo Odinga that has ever been attended by Gideon Moi. So why did Gideon Moi attend that meeting? Stay tuned. I'll give you the shocking information. You can see Peter Munya, then you can see James Orengo. Another question there. Why do you think James Orengo was part of that meeting? Let me give you the information about James Orengo. When you look at those leaders, Jeremiah Kioni was there on behalf of his political party, the Jubilee Party, right? Kalonzo Musyoka was there because of the Wiper Party. He is the Wiper Party leader. Gideon Moi was there because of KANU. Gideon Moi is the KANU party leader. Peter Munya, the PNU party leader. Why James Orengo, yet he does not have any political party? The answer is very simple. It is because James Orengo is the only ODM leader, let me say this, who is strongly opposing Raila Odinga's support for William Ruto's dialogue.
We cannot kill our people. And the time when we are mourning them, we are looking for officers. That cannot happen. We must first deal with injustice before we can deal with the questions that arise out of that injustice.
In fact, I did a critical analysis some few months back, some few days ago, about James Orengo opposing Raila Odinga strongly. So, in fact, I thought that Raila Odinga will end up kicking out James Orengo from ODM party. But he actually didn't. That is why he had to be part of this particular meeting. So basically, what Raila Odinga was trying to do here is to persuade all these leaders here, including James Orengo, to support him, to also agree on Ruto's call for dialogue and also to join Ruto's proposed broad-based government. So the question is, do you really think that all these leaders in this meeting agreed with Raila Odinga's agenda? Let me give you information what went down there in that meeting. That meeting ended abruptly, prematurely, because these leaders failed to agree. According to this statement here, it says, "You did not consult us. Azimio principles put Raila Odinga to task over the ODM's partnership with the government." And I was told that Raila Odinga was questioned. Raila Odinga was grilled by these Azimio principles for 3 good hours, asking Raila Amolo Odinga why he allowed the ODM party leaders to be part of William Ruto's cabinet. And these Azimio principles demanded that before any negotiations with Raila Odinga, he must first of all declare that the ODM leaders who are appointed by William Ruto, they must withdraw from Ruto's CS positions. That is how that meeting ended. They failed to agree. And I want to assure you that there will be no any other political meeting between Raila Odinga and these Azimio leaders. That is how Azimio ended there. So Azimio is finished completely. So the reason as to why Gideon Moi was in that meeting, Gideon Moi is a good friend of the former head of state, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So I strongly believe also that the reason as to why for the first time Gideon Moi had to attend this meeting by Raila Odinga, he was there on behalf of Uhuru Kenyatta, just to try and persuade Raila Odinga not to agree on William Ruto's dialogue and the proposed broad-based government. Because even Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is totally against Raila Amolo Odinga. So this is exactly why Raila Odinga called or invited President William Ruto to BOMAS. Before I read for you this statement, just a quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that if you are listening to me for the first time, or maybe you're joining me for the first time in this channel, maybe you haven't subscribed. For you to be receiving more political updates like the one that I'm currently doing right here, I want you to take just a second or two. Hit the subscribe button down below. Also give this video a like so that YouTube can also recommend this video to other people so that we can grow. I strongly believe that if you subscribe to this channel, if you give this video a like, that is how this channel will grow. Thank you so much for your support. Raila Odinga invited William Ruto to BOMAS for 3 good reasons. Reason number 1, this one I got straight from the media. So the Star newspaper had this headline. Let me just show you. An headline which says, Raila Odinga has called for the return. It says this, William Ruto, Raila Odinga's plan, major changes to the constitution. It proceeds to say that Raila Odinga has called for the return to the famous BOMAS to draft the constitution. And that is why at the beginning of this video, I made it very clear that if Ruto will agree any constitutional change proposed by Raila Odinga and the opposition, basically the ODM party, just to create more political positions for leaders, he will be committing a very, very serious and dangerous political mistake ahead of the 2027 general elections. So the reason number one as to why Raila invited William Ruto to BOMAS is to discuss the constitutional changes ahead of the 2027 general elections through William Ruto's call for dialogue. Reason number two as to why Raila invited Ruto to BOMAS, it is because it will be made official the formation of the coalition between Raila and William Ruto ahead of the 2027 general elections. They will basically discuss about the broad-based government proposed by President William Ruto. On this information, I am really waiting to see if the DP Rigathi Gachagua will allow to work with Raila Amolo Odinga in the same government. Because I strongly believe that Raila Odinga entering into William Ruto's government, Rigathi Gachagua is under siege. And already you have seen the issues that Rigathi Gachagua is going through currently. He is being frustrated. There is the impeachment motion. There are some leaders who are demanding that Rigathi Gachagua must be removed as the UDA deputy party leader. And already, I also strongly believe that William Ruto is on a mission secretly to corner completely or to isolate the DP Rigathi Gachagua. And that is why yesterday, William Ruto made a decision to kick out the UDA party Secretary General, Cleophas Malala. According to the sources, Cleophas Malala was defending Rigathi Gachagua, was someone very close to Rigathi Gachagua. So Ruto replaced Malala with someone who is very, very loyal to him to be the UDA Secretary General. Also, there is the issue of the CS Njuguna Ndung'u, the former CS for Treasury. I am told that Njuguna Ndung'u was also working very closely with the DP Rigathi Gachagua. There were some resources that Njuguna Ndung'u was giving to the DP Rigathi Gachagua. That is why Ruto replaced Njuguna Ndung'u with John Mbadi from ODM. Do you think that John Mbadi, there is any way that John Mbadi can work with Rigathi Gachagua? Of course, no. There's no way. And also CS Moses Kuria. I'm told that Moses Kuria was pretending to having a beef with Rigathi Gachagua in public. But in the real sense, secretly, Rigathi Gachagua and Moses Kuria were working together against William Ruto in UDA and in the Kenya Kwanza Alliance government. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. And finally, Raila has invited Ruto to BOMAS to officially endorse William Ruto for president in 2027 general elections. So we'll not expect the ODM party to have a presidential candidate in 2027. ODM party, Raila Odinga and his very close allies will rally behind President William Ruto in 2027. That is it. I don't know what you think. I would also want to know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more political updates like this one. Otherwise, I don't have much. Let me see you again in my next video analysis. Remember, my name is Jason. Bye-bye and have a good day ahead. Thank you.